Hello, hello. We're back in Middle Earth. One of my favorite places to be, really. Who can blame me? It's awesome there. I am finishing up Grafrondir. This is my Ariad tune, and I am finishing up some quests, and I want to finish up Volume 1, because completionism is cool. It really is. Hey, Holland. How are you? Man, chat, I start and like 1 minute later, somebody's in my chat. I'm not used to that. I usually have to wait a while before somebody says hello. So hello and welcome. I'm finishing up some quests. This is my Ariad tune. I bought the Mordor expansion, so I got the Aria of the Valar. But I would like to finish up some of the epic and whatnot. You're on vacation. Oh, well, thanks for spending some of your vacation with me. I hope you are having a good vacation. Gifts. What do we got? Gold.
Greetings. What can I do for you?
Yeah, I sort of wish I was on vacation. It's been a while. And work has been hard work the last few months. I think it's almost time for a little vacation. I'm spending the vacation at LotRO and Twitch. Nice. It's mini. Nice. That's cool. I've done that. Excuse me. I take days off occasionally and just call them mental health breaks. It's like, yeah, I'm just gonna make this a long weekend for myself. Hang out. Do whatever I want. Listen to Rick Tail. Play something. I have no idea what he's playing. So this character's been, what I wanted to do is get like all of the rep done and stuff. I'm surprised I haven't got kindred with the elves yet. But I'm fairly close to the Forakel. Getting close to the Council of the North. I can finish my rep with the Council of the North from this massive bag of task item turn-ins. So that'll be easy. Oh, I think I went to the wrong place. I went to go... that's fine. You had some days to spend from last year? Nice. Good to use them. Yeah, I work at a small company and we don't really have much of a vacation policy, so we don't really earn days. We just kind of take whatever we need. Which has been pretty good. Last year I ended up taking almost 5 weeks off. For some reason, I don't know how this happened. I had 4 weddings last year, 2017. That can be common for 20-somethings, but at my age, 4 weddings in one 1 year is pretty rare. Oh, and not just 4 weddings. 4 weddings we had to travel to. Basically destination weddings, each one of them. So I haven't taken any real time off since basically our Christmas holidays. Well, other than 2 weeks ago where I was sick, but that doesn't really count. I tend not to count sick as time off. There's a plugin that I use. It's really cool called Virtue View. So one of the things that I do is line up what virtues I need. So in Aregian, I need Dunlingden Slayer, Ringlore of Aregian, Silent and Restless, which is just the quests, and Explore the Runes. I always love doing the quests in Aregian though. Feels good out here. Quests are fairly easy. They're all kind of chained together from each of those campsites, or each of those stables, stable points. It's interesting, this tune is on Arkenstone. Basically my first character here. And it's the character that I use the Aria the Velar here. So it's obviously my highest level character here. Which, in hindsight, using the Aria the Valar on a server that you don't play on isn't the greatest idea, because you have no support for that character. So I need to go out and get, I need to get first age allies. Well, I don't have another character that can even get close to getting the crafting up or anything else, so... The only way to do it is with this particular character. Which is interesting, because when I spent the Aria here, I thought, oh, I'll start some characters in Arkenstone, or I'll start with one at 105, then it'll be easy. As it turns out, it was exactly the opposite of that. I mean, not to say that this isn't easy, I'm just like blowing everything up. You gotta make friends? I know, I do, don't I? I do have some friends here. Big Ed plays out here. But yeah, that's a good point. Like, basically, I'm going to try and get this particular character to a point where I'm a little more comfortable with the virtues and traits that he has, and then I can go and do some group content with some people. I do not remember questing there in Volume 1. Well, so what? But don't you? So Volume 1 says travel to Mirabel and try to stop Amarthio. So I'm traveling to Mirabel. I'm just doing a really long travel. Hey, Telerian. Welcome. Good morning to you. I assume something along those lines. Brant V1 comes in with the bits right off the bat. Thank you, sir. How you doing, Brant? Had a great time watching Brant and Bloodborne tear up Fortnite last night on Brant's stream. Yeah, nice to see you too. I really enjoyed your stream last night. It was you guys were obviously having a lot of fun, and which is cool to watch. But it was fun hearing your perspective on Fortnite. Kind of helped me understand the game a bit better. It's funny, I watch Moonbear play League of Legends. I have absolutely no clue what's going on in that game. None whatsoever. And watching somebody stream it, I still don't have any clue what's going on in that game. Alright, I think I have to find a corpse of some type over here. But yeah, it was fun watching Fortnite. It's not really my cup of tea anymore. Those games are a little too fast for me. Oh, there we go. Dominated most of your junior and senior years? Nice. Yeah, I was really good at like Quake 2 Weapons Factory. That was my post-college. I remember having LAN parties with Doom, the original. Oh man, I remember getting 14-inch monitors to play Doom on. That was killer. Sorry, I'm sounding like an old fart now, but it's true. I actually do remember getting 14-inch monitors. My upgrade from the 12-inch was huge. Yeah, Doom original. It's funny looking at it today. It looks almost 2D. Tally says, when I first did the Epic, Eregion did not exist. Just the fast travel from Rivendell to Akad Mirabel. To finish Book 14 and Book 15 did not touch Eregion. No, yeah, you're right. You're absolutely right. There is no... My stream title says I'm finishing Volume 1. But they sent me into Eregion, and I thought, oh, I'll just finish the quest here. You have to get there on foot now. The fast travel to Ekid Mirabel, so. Played League of Legends non-stop for 6 or 7 years. Wow. Lee Sin and Nidalee? Nice. Moonbear's a cool streamer too. Trey and Erica have so much fun. It certainly looks like a fun little game. Little campaign skirmishes. Oh, whoops. I was supposed to kill dudes over here. I ran right by it. You compare that to top-down Zelda and Doom looks amazing. Yeah, right? I remember I started programming in the 80s. I had a Commodore VIC-20. And one of the first pieces of software I wrote was a little horse racing game. And on the Commodore VIC-20, there was no graphics engine. All you had was a character entry on the screen. So you could put. Oh, apparently I just aggroed this guy. You could put a character on a spot in the screen, and all the characters are the same size. They were 8 by 8 pixels, and you could put a character into one spot, and they were always the same size. So it was fixed width font basically, and you could draw all your own font. Karan Zul, thanks for the follow. Hey, welcome, welcome. So you could draw all your own font with it. So what I did was I made a little horse racing game, and I had like graph paper, and I would put two pixels or 2 characters wide. I would draw a horse animation. So then you would just draw the horse into one, and then it would animate and jump into the next one and jump into the next one and so forth and so on. So as a teenager, that was how my programming career got started. But it was cool. Like, it was an interesting time. Like, there was no standard way to deliver software. Discs weren't standard. Yeah, I was lucky as a teenager. I was a teenager when personal computers were introduced, which is basically 1982 or 1983. And then I went to college late and took computer science, and then in my second, sorry, I'm Canadian, so I can never remember what Americans name their years. We just call it third year. I know that there's a name for it. I can't remember it. My second to last year at college, the internet started taking off. Netscape Navigator was released, and the web started to become a real thing and whatnot. So my timing through life was like perfect. I just grabbed onto all those technologies, and I'm like, yeah, I'm onto this forever. This is awesome. League of Legends, amazing game, but very competitive and toxic. Nothing compared to LotRO. It's everything except relaxing. Don't get into it. Okay, no problem. Yeah, I honestly don't need a new game right now, so. Background noises are like really loud here. Whoa. VIC-20 standard was dataset. Is that what they called it? That was probably a German name for it or something. The cassette. Yeah, it was basically, we wrote all of, when I saved a program, I would save it to a cassette drive. And yeah, it was the standard cassette you would like get music on, record music on. It was easy to fill the 3.5K of RAM. Yes, it was. Yeah, I upgraded from the VIC-20 to the Commodore 64 myself. Color? My gosh. Is my VIC-20 color? My memory says it was, but I don't think it was.
What can I do for you? Will you lend me your ear?
Sweet Melon.
What can I do for you? Will you lend me your ear?
C64, 38,911 basic byte free. Yep. And that was after the operating system was loaded. Or the operating system, which is basically an interpreter shell. Alright, I'll come back and do these later. I'm going to... jump back onto the Epic quest line. Hey, this is the messenger I have to... No, that's the dude that had Sam's pot. I'll come back and help you. I used the Aria of a Valor and a Minstrel. Yes, I did. The Minstrel's my main character on Landreval. So I figured that I would... use it. I was only going to use the Aria on something that I'd already... on a class that I'd already fully developed. At least that was my reasoning. Well, Geekster said, I think the VIC-20 had color. I'm thinking the games I played on it had color. Yeah, I don't know. I didn't have a VIC-20. I don't even think I had a VIC-20 for... Well, maybe I had it for about 2 years. I think I used my Commodore 64 for about 4 or 5 years. My memory of the VIC-20 is fuzzy with regards to color because you just hooked it up to a television, and the television that my parents gave me to use it on was a black and white television, so it didn't really matter if it had color or not. Oh, I should go grab the stable here while I'm at this location. Where's the stable? I've lost the stable. Nice. I have done something cool. Oh, and I needed wisdom. Awesome.
What do you need?
We went Pong to VIC-20 to Nintendo. Pretty huge jumps at that time. Yeah. Yeah, my neighbor got into, my neighbor got a PC. Probably like maybe a 186. Might have been an 8086. I can't quite recall. Um, he was a year younger than me, and I was probably near graduating college. I think I went to the wrong place, didn't I? What is this place? It's the library. I don't know if I've discovered that or not, but now I have. He got an 8086 or 8186 or something like that. So I remember he got Ultima 4. Oh, I'm gonna have to swim here anyway. So that got me into gaming in a big way. I was playing Ultima, is probably either Ultima 4 or Ultima 5. Ultima 5 still on C64? I didn't even know they were on that platform.
Angmar has gathered all they need to kindle the forges of Eregion. The champions of Eriador must now travel to Mirobel and do whatever they must to foil the plans of Amarthiel.
Megovanen.
Megovanen. Not really, dude. Megovanen means well met, and I don't think he looks very well. Laredin's having some struggles here. Oh, big time. Alright. Defeat the door warden. It was 8 discs. Nice. Yeah, it's funny how size has imploded things. You think about all the games that used to be on a... all the games that used to be on a 3 meg disc. And now a lot of them are like, this requires 60 gigs to install. Hello, Strock. Capacity of a disk on the 1541 disk drive was 170K. Oh, that's not the door. With 3x the memory of the computer. 95. Wait, oh. The key's probably in my overflow. Stupid overflow. Yeah, I might as well use that. Apparently you don't use this key, or don't put the key in your key ring. Yeah, I remember around 95. I remember buying a hard disk, spinning disk, for exactly $1 a megabyte. And that was probably right around 95. About a 700 meg disc for $700. That was Canadian too, Geeks Tour. So, and in 1995, $700 Canadian was about $400 US. So. Larfin, hello. 3.5-inch disc. I had to show others how to install programs and such in middle school. The funniest thing, I don't know if I could find the comic anymore, but I saw a comic of a guy holding up a 3.5-inch disc, showing it to a young kid, and the kid looks at it and goes, "Oh my God, somebody 3D printed the save icon." I thought it was very funny. Ooh, a dusty manual. That looks important. It is funny, isn't it? I suspect most of you probably know this, but that's actually Sauron. Or as he was known at the time, Anatar. Anatar? Atanar? Now I can't remember his name. I think we meet him in a quest soon here. Which province are you in? Well, I am out of provinces now. I grew up in Saskatchewan, in a tiny little town in the north. I went to school at the U of S. Went to college at the U of S. Then I worked in Calgary for about 10 years, and then I moved to the US about 10 years ago. And I am now in San Francisco, which is a long way from northern Saskatchewan. Both literally and metaphorically. North Battleford? Yeah, I was in the center of the province. I was basically straight east of North Battleford. To some degree. But I was up that far north, near Prince Albert, in between Prince Albert and Melfort. You're in southern Ontario, right? I think. I follow you on Twitter and I see some things you tweet about which give away your location. East of Toronto. I have a brother down there. He lives in technically lives in Hamilton, but it's more like Cambridge area. So in between Waterloo and I guess technically in between Kitchener and Hamilton. My wife's grandmother's in that area just outside of London. Oh, nice. And I did something good again. Invaders of Thomerdine. Forge Warden. Man, the older content has way better titles than the newer content. Well, that's not generally true, but or it's not universally true, but there's some cool titles in old content. Amarthiel. Nope. It's coming to say hi. There, a little screenshot. Me and Amarthiel hanging out. Whoa. Apparently she doesn't like selfies. So you get for photobombing. Hey, Nettlebird. Exactly. I just can't, like... Okay, I know I don't kill her, so how low do I take her here? I had her down to 1. Apparently I have to take her all the way down to 1. Oh, goodness, what madness is this? Mordrabor. Yeah, this is my Arya the Valar tune about the Mordor expansion. So this was the character that I spent my Arya on, so... I'm just finishing up some quests. Character isn't very well equipped, so... I'm taking care of getting my traits up, maxed out. Or virtues, I guess. Let me follow. Thank you. The power of Narquil. Got the trifecta of evil going on here. It would take more than an elf sword wielded by a worthless ranger to defeat me, he says. Amarthiel, once champion of Angmar, will you stand aside for the true Lord? See the power of Narquil reborn. Fight it out! See, Mordrabor is a smart one here. He just stands off to the side. Sides with the winner, whoever happens to win. It's the minions that always get the power. I have long awaited this day, mistress. Allow me to relieve thee of thy burden. Cease thy struggles. Ouch! Narquil is mine. End her life, as you command. Wait! Look! A hero arrives. Yes, I know that that's Mordorith. Now I have a pop-up on my screen. I can't get rid of this little Mordorith block. There we go. Oh, Laridan's gonna save the day. Get him, Laridan. Not like that, though. Only Dunakar. Flame of the West. I could have not devised a more perfect punishment for you, Marthiel. I leave you now, hopeless and broken. What a tragedy. Laridan has fallen.
All that she desired seemed within her grasp, yet her father's betrayal of the free peoples was rewarded with a betrayal against her. Mordorith has returned, and Eriador stands on the brink of conquest by the forces of Angmar. As for Amathiel, what future awaits her? Her fate is uncertain.
What do you need?
Master Elrond awaits you in his library. And let me guess, we're nowhere near it. But wait, I have fast travel. I'm very certain I could not live without it. We need to start a petition to get a item in the game called a library card for Elrond's library that will fast travel you to Elrond's library. Of course, with our luck, they'll give it to you after you've completed Volume 1.
Will you lend me your aid once more?
Yes, but I should have went and emptied my bags first. Do I have a spot?
Dark days are coming. Hope is not in vain.
Dr. Glorfindel.
How can I be of service? What can I do for you?
Alright, some slightly cleaner bags. Exciting portion of the stream called inventory management, which pretty much has to be done occasionally. All right, let's find out what Glorfindel has to say.
May gewonnen.
Talk to Narmaleth. Now, I had to go from one place to another to be told to talk to somebody to go back. These quests certainly bounce you around. But I'm sure after I talk to Narmaleth, I'll have to talk to Elrond again. And these guys need phones to text back and forth. I know.
What do you need?
That's where I'm going, right? Akid Candleth? Yeah. And I think I can mark this milestone, which should make things just a slight bit easier. What took me to San Fran? Work. Yeah, pretty much. I'm a software developer. In fact, I didn't actually land in San Francisco. I moved to Los Angeles first, then I moved to San Diego, and then from there I moved to the Bay Area. Landed first in Oakland, and then moved into San Francisco. Oakland and San Francisco are a commute apart. Like, you don't. They're very close together. But yeah, I got into doing like startup related work, so I do a lot of software development for very new companies, very small companies. Which has been fun. It's been a good it's been a fun 10 years, that's for sure. I'm a Raiders fan, but I've never been there for a game. Always been told to get a hotel across the bridge and come across for the game if that ever happens. Yeah, I mean, other than hotels in San Francisco being super expensive. Wait, who do I have to talk to? Oh, I actually have to talk to Normalus. All right, going in. But yeah, I mean, the Raiders have like, what, 1 year left in Oakland now? Didn't they just move to... Didn't they just move? I'm not that big of a football fan, so I honestly don't pay that much attention. One, maybe two, then off to Vegas. Yeah, that sounds about right. 1 or 2. Yeah, I went to... My father-in-law is a big football fan, big sports fan. So whenever he's come to visit us, he's always tried to get tickets for some sporting event, especially football. Loves it. So we ended up at a Raiders game on... It was Sunday, so it was a day game in the afternoon. I think it was early in the year, so it was probably like week 3 or 4 or something like that. And he gets us these, whoa, wasn't expecting it. He gets us these cheap seats, and so we're up high, which is fine. We can see the game, but the crowd is just rowdy and crazy up there. And hey, bagels and coffee, hello, welcome. And I'm like, you know, I hope the Raiders do well, because otherwise this could get a little bit dangerous. People get pretty rowdy up here, and they were playing the Steelers. I'm like, oh, this is not going to go down well. And on the first play, Oakland threw an interception and the Steelers ran it back for a touchdown, and I just put my head in my hands. But Oakland never led in the game until they actually came back and won in overtime. So to say that the hometown crowd wasn't absolutely ecstatic was an understatement. So it ended up being a lot of fun. Bagels and coffee. I am doing fine. How are you? How are you? Speak to the refugees.
What chance have you?
That Steelers team is an old rival. Nice. Oops. Let's try try again. Alice is missing. Oh dear.
The trade you will dine, Sir the Iron Crown.
You risk your life to come here.
3 of 4 accounted for. Halbrod's not going to like this.
What do you need?
One
Might I
refugee
take
is
a moment
missing.
of your time?
Okay, I will find the missing refugee. On a faster horse. Oops. Apparently I fell. Wish war horses would stick to the ground just a tiny bit better. You know, the roving threat they put right around this area is probably the best placed roving threat because, you know, I'm sure it's the most accidentally run into roving threat in the game. New Ranger Stadium in Vegas supposed to be done in April of 2020. Oh, so it won't be until so 2 more years in Oakland. Am I counting that right? Yeah. Excuse me. No,
The trade
stop.
you will dine
Excuse
are
me.
traitors.
Are traitors. My gosh.
The Iron Crown seeks to enslave us.
Whoop. Run back. this might only be the second time, maybe the third time I've finished Volume 1. I've got probably 12 characters above level 50. The last half of it can be a long, hard road. A lot of miles early on in this game. Yeah, for sure. Oh, I fell again. And again, I'm like, I didn't fall. Worsted leg.
How can I be of service? Stay a moment.
At least they did this. I mean, at least they, you know, some of the quests bounce you back and forth. It's a little unrealistic, but whatever. 75 quests. I know, right? That was Life of the Bounder final. That is a true accomplishment. Regardless of whether you do it on level, it is still a true accomplishment. Did I get it? I wonder if I've gotten it. I did. Look at that. Life of the Bounder final. 75 of 75 quests. That's pro. That's pro LotRO player right there. Life of the Bounder final. What's the title for that? Ah, there's no title? They should give you a title for this. Pro LotRO player. It is a feat. It is. Without question. Yes, one of your wicked deeds has been undone. Right, I think this is where we get to meet Sauron.
Ages ago, in the vastness of Eregion, the Dark Lord came in fair guise. Some amongst the elves called him Antheron, Gift Lord, for he taught them to craft the rings of power. In those days, he beguiled Narmaleth, daughter of Laodon, and broke her mind.
You just don't hear the word beguiled used anymore. It's just too bad. Beguiled is such a great word. Oh, I should have paid attention to my skills here. What do I got for skills? Boom. Have that one. Who knows how many more orcs there could be? Yes, you must be on your guard. Come on, she's level 53. I'm only level 50. Why did I get all the threat? We have you now. Get them, lads. There's Sauron. Antheron. That's his name. I think that's him. Or maybe he's just a ringsmith. Another ringsmith. Nope, that's Sauron. Hold thy tongue. I like how Laredin is exactly the same, even though this would have been 3,000 or 4,000 years earlier. I hear you, Laredin. Kids. Nothing you can do. I was young and foolish, and Sauron taught me the secret arts of ring lore, and by that I was ensnared. The final council. Wonder how final it is. Got some major lag going on here. There we go.
Glorfindel, mightiest of elf lords, tests the heart of Narmalith, seeking to learn if the spirit of Amarthiel has truly passed from her. If Narmalith has indeed returned, her knowledge of Angmar may aid the free peoples in overthrowing the false king.
I have been commanded by Master Elrond to hold counsel with you. You have lent great aid to the Rangers of Esteldine, but that has not cleared you of your previous offenses. Why should you not be held here where you may commit no more evil deeds? Well, remember one, she escaped from here once already. Maybe that's one reason she shouldn't be held here. I am only Narmalith. And what would Narmalith, Forge Maiden, ask of Elrond? The destruction of Narquil and the fall of Mordorith are all that I seek. The ring of Narquil is potent, but not strong enough to bring down one such as Mordorith. Not through the power of Narquil, but all the strength. Man, this text goes fast. I seek a final end for Mordorith and Narquil alike, although I hold no hope for myself. He detects no lies in her speech. Well, that's good. I release you under the protection of Grafrendir, who will answer for all of your deeds. What? Wait, did I agree to this? Excuse me. I don't think I agreed to this. All right. Be wary when speaking with Amarthiel.
How can I be of service? Might you spare a moment of your time?
And go back and talk to Amarthiel. Oh, she's out. We must be quick if we hope to stop Mordorith. All right, let us begin our final preparation. Talk to Goladir. Hello, Golidir.
What do you need?
Amarthiel and Gathborthner, I forbid it. Nay, perhaps I spoke too sharply.
Might I take a moment of your time?
All right. Normalists allowed back in Angmar. Excuse me. My father's final words revealed to me how Mordorith may be defeated. Excellent. Go and tell Golidir. Since I think he still has Dunakar on him.
How can I be of service? Would you do something for me?
I took the broken hilt of Dunakar with me when I buried my dear Lorniel. Oh, it broke. Where did it break? I don't remember where it broke. Retrieve the broken hilt of Dunakar. Well, it's super annoying traveling around this little area. This little area is very cool. The Circle of Despair. How much of a Twitch expert am I? I might know. I tend to pay attention to those details, so fire away. I have several pages set up for auto-hosting. I have them set to auto-host in a specific order. Tonight it appears my channel was not hosting in the order I set it. Is this a common glitch or... it might be a common glitch. I mean, I think what'll happen is if you auto-host somebody that's at like number 4 and then number 3 comes online, it won't change, right? Like once you start hosting somebody, I don't think the auto-host will change until it's... until that person goes offline. So it's a pretty cool get rid of the UI. I wasn't in here for the start of the game. I didn't join until years later, but I can imagine the groups that pounded their way into this area would have just been super excited when, you know, the first players started to get into this area, especially in behind here where all the elite mobs are. I thought that might be it. It was running number 15 or something when number 4 was online, but number 4 may have come online afterwards. Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. It also won't switch around a lot. Yeah, they did a good job of this area. Thankfully, I have a milestone to gaff forth now. Yeah, no worries, geeks. No worries. Talk to Golid here. Oop.
What can I do for you?
It was
Mind
not
if I take a
difficult to
moment of your
find.
time?
That's funny. The quest text immediately said, I trust the hilt was not too difficult to find. Which, of course, if you do it on level through that area, it actually is fairly difficult. So that's kind of a like nice little jab at the player. Good job. That was hard. Now we're going to make fun of you just a little bit. Bring the quest to Narmoth. Bring the hilt to Narmoth. The hilt of Dunakar. She said it too. I trust it was not too difficult to find. For me, it wasn't. For me, it was very easy. One, I knew exactly where it was and how to get there. All right, gather companions. All right, I have my companions.
Wielding the broken sword Dunakar, Narmaleth leads a party by secret ways into the stronghold of Gador Gularan to face Mordorith, the steward of Angmar, and Mordrembor, his servant. It is hoped that Mordorith will remember the pain Dunakar inflicted upon him.
Let's hope. We must hurry. Let's get this show on the road. Narquil must be destroyed and Mordor is stopped. Narmaleth, you're going the wrong way. Come back. There we go. Don't run into the wall. No, like literally, don't. Oh, wait, you didn't. Apparently you're suddenly way ahead. I wonder if they use this little instance for any other instance. Must have used it somewhere. Every time I hear that one battle cry, I think it is going to say Mortal Kombat. No. Gorth o Gothram, which I think is Death to Foes. So she cannot get too close, which is a very convenient way of saying, you have to fight, I am not going to help. Instead, one of you must approach him and fight in my name. I only have the strength to aid one of you, so make sure only one of your number approaches Mordrimor. Alright. Throw Narquil into the flames. It will be your undoing. This could take a while. Ooh, I did 800 damage. I only have 30,000 left to go. Or 47,000 left to go. A real slobber knocker. Exactly. I'm not familiar with that term, but it fits perfectly. Apparently she's got fiery grims going on back there. It is not possible. Narquil was mine. Armies fell before me and enemies trembled at my very name. Destroy it, Narmaleth. All the deeds I did as a Marthiel, champion of Angmar. I sought for power, for approval, for brave and heroic deeds. That which I sought has turned to ash. It was all for naught, and I am only Narmaleth. We need haste, for we still must deal with Mordorith. Well, look. Conveniently, this pillar fell over and will let us out. Video game luck. The little U catastrophe we needed. We must hasten. All right, let's go. is a very cool tapestry. It's like a Balrog. What's up, dude? Relax. Must be calling him or something. Very cool. I know not what lies ahead. I like the Professor Corey moment. Yeah, I have to admit, Corey Olsen changed the way that I view video games. I stopped, ever since I discovered Corey Olsen playing LotRO, I stop a lot more in video games and look around. I find I enjoy it much more when I do that too. So much detail in this game, not like the VIC-20. Yeah, it's thoughtful detail, very thoughtful detail. Hey. Hello, lady gun. I've been doing that too. Yeah, it's worth it. Like, you just... People would just run through here and kill things, but I'm like, oh, what was this room before? It's like full of books and like, it looks like a library. Was it a library? Seeing new detail in things I've unpassed 100 times. I know. Ready yourself. Grafronder. Okay, I am ready. Buckling down. Let us end this. Final task is nearly at hand. Prepare yourself. Yeah, I find myself stopping and looking at detail and like little, like, what does this mean? What does it matter? Even when I play games that I play like a lot of city building games. So I just think about, why is this building here? Does it have a history? I don't know. Makes the game more fun. Mordareth is not, however, very intimidated by our presence. Although he is sitting on what looks to be a very big carnivore, so you kind of understand his confidence. We shall see about that. Your thoughts. Mordareth may use them against us. Antheron. Sarah Oakart. How many people like to kill Sarah Oakart? Lairden. Enough of this. Face me, you coward. Oops. Oh, you have struggled, but it was all for naught. Here you shall die. I'm not even watching over there. Can I turn? I can't. Good. Now I'm watching. Orthiel, though long her deeds will be remembered. All those enslaved by Angmar will curse her name in the name of her father. Lairden the Fool he shall be called. Lairden, whose pathetic love for his daughter blinded him and doomed all of Eriador. Oh! She gets the last word. Nice. I would gladly pay this price again. The flowers of Linden, I can see them once more.
Beguiled by Sauron into crafting the ring Narchwil, Narmeleth fell into madness, allowing the spirit of Amathiel to overcome her. The death of her father, Lairden, freed her mind, and once more as Narmeleth, she led the free peoples against the steward of Angmar. But in the end, her redemption required her life.
And then they drop you out here, which when you're on level is not easy. Although I suspect when you're on level, you probably went in here. Or in the old days, you probably went in this door instead of fast traveling to it. Talk to Galadir.
How can I be of service?
Narmeleth's death pains me. And talk to Glorfindel. Hopefully I can stable there, since I just used my milestone.
How can I be of service?
Oh, Rivendell. And go straight there.
What do you need?
Mordorith has fallen. These are tidings indeed, though woven with tragedy. Yes, they are.
Hope is not in vain.
Our foe in the north has finally been defeated. Just like that. They do have sort of fitting background music for the end of the quest line. Very melancholy.
My heart cannot sing today.
Oh, I don't have enough room again. It was so close. Oh, here I can get rid of some of these.
The sorrows of the elder are never ending. Will you hear my sorrows?
Oh, read Laridan's notes. Right here in my pack. I have hidden this message and parcel for you. I hope that you will find its way into your hands in the event that I do not return. You have my thanks for all you have done. My pride cost me my daughter long ago, and I was blinded by grief over her mother's death. Perhaps this may help you understand why I have done all that I have.
A shadow is on my spirit.
And again, I'm out of space. And yes, I realize I have far too much task items for my own good. Been hanging around Big Ed too long.
What do you need?
Some real drama in this dialogue. It is a very sad ending. I admit I was captivated by the story when I did it for the first time. I mean, I ran through it this time, but mostly just to kind of finish it. I think the writers of it did a really good job.
My heart cannot sing today.
Like when you defeat Mordrimbor, and then Narmalith runs up and grabs the ring. I of course what's she gonna do? Like is she gonna claim it again? Like I was sure. Like I just was not sure what was gonna happen. Woohoo! Deed completed. The Shadows of Angmar Part 2. Then there's another great title, Champion of Eriador. I also got Bearer of Hope. Those are cool titles. Get a portrait of Narmalith from a house. And I bought a house. I bought a premium house. Even. Perfect. I think that is literally my only stick of furniture in this house at the moment. Works for me. Cool. Well, I'm going to call it here. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Geeks Tour, Lady Gun. Whoever's still here, Bagels and Coffee showed up. I think they took off. They? Bagels and Coffee sounds like a they. Nettle Brew. Not sure if you're still here. Delarfin, Talarian, thanks for dropping in. Brant dropped me some bits, which is awfully kind. Thank you. And in return, I think we should go and raid Brant. You're welcome, Geeks Tour. Thanks for dropping by. Always nice to chat. Oh, you're welcome, Lady Gun. Yeah, Brant and Blood are still up. I assume, are they together? I'm not sure if they're streaming together or not, but I can only raid one place at a time. So raid. Brant V1. Head over and say hi to Brant in the Whiskey Den. And thanks, everybody. I will be probably back online this weekend, and if not, I will definitely be back on the official LotRO stream on Monday at 9 p.m. Eastern. And thanks again for dropping by, and have a great night and a great rest of your week.